Please be seated. Now, if you really can't see, okay, this is not Fenway Park with obstructive views. It is your responsibility to pick up your chair and your tush and move to where you can see, okay? Can you see? Can you see the couple? Okay. Can you see? Yeah. So. Bruchim Abim B'Shem Adonai, blessed are all of you who have come here. All of us, from the youngest to the oldest, who come here in God's name. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha bol v'fana b'nana. We are so incredibly joyful that Ashley and Stephen are joining in marriage in the presence of God and their loved ones. Mi yadir alakol, mi baruch alakol, mi gadol alakol, mi gadol alakol. Uyevarech, uyevarech, hachatan v'kala. Uyevarech, uyevarech, hatan v'kala. Mi yadir alakol, mi baruch alakol, mi gadol alakol, mi gadol alakol. O most awesome, glorious, and blessed God, grant your blessings to Ashley and Stephen. Surrounded by your loved ones, literally surrounded by your loved ones, whose joy and prayers are with you here. You are sitting under this chuppah, which is a symbol of the Jewish home. May your home be a shelter against the storm, a haven of peace, and a stronghold of faith and love. Let us join in reciting the Shechianu, which thanks God for bringing us to this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shechianu v'kimanu v'hianu b'zman hazeh. Blessed is God, the source of all life, who's given us life, has sustained us, and brought us to this wonderfully joyous time. In this union, the sacred work of creation is going on. God is joining man and woman. God has planted the divine likeness within you. As it says in the Torah, man and woman were created in divine image, male and female, God created them. May the union of Ashley and Stephen animate the divine in each of them, and may they help each other to grow in God's likeness. So my dear friends, it was, I think, earlier this year that I was in Roanoke, Virginia, showing a promotional video for the March of the Living. And popping up in that video several times were your friends. And of course, you. And I had forgotten that you were in that video. And there's one particular time that came up that I really wanted to share with you now, because you were dancing in the synagogue in Tukochin. Now, Tukochin is a place where there were 3,000 Jews that were living. And in 1941 and 1942, the Nazis came in and took them all out to a mass grave and shot them. And that was the end of a 700 or 800 year history of Jews in Tukochin. There's no Jews left in Tukochin anymore. It was a shtetl. And yet on that particular day, more than 10 years ago, I think it was 2007 or 6 or whatever, doesn't matter.
Junior year of high school.
Yeah. Ashley and her friends brought life to that particular moment and recreated the sense of Jewishness that was there. So now we flash up more than a decade. And I remember the last time I was sitting with you, it was in her house. We were sitting on the sofa. And one of the times, I think the time before that, you were there. And we were talking about a lot of things. Okay? But at that particular moment, what struck me, okay, and what's always struck me, is the incredible love that you have for Ashley. It's just amazing. I mean, It's boundless. And of course, you know she loves you.
Someday.
But it was just an amazing experience. And I was sitting there on that sofa with you, and Ashley was getting tired. And at that particular moment, the idea of dancing, as she had done a decade earlier, was like really far away from our minds. There had been a lot of things that had happened during the past, and one of them, the best thing that had happened to her, was you. And so I thought that at that time, well, you know, there's other ways to create life and a sense of simcha and joy other than dancing in old synagogues in towns where there's no more Jews left. And I have to tell you that I think that this is one of those moments that our souls right now are dancing. They're dancing together with your souls because we see love and we see joy and we see wonderful things in the future. You're getting married at the end of Passover. And if you think about that, what have we just celebrated? We've just celebrated the beginning of a journey of the Jewish people from slavery to freedom. 40 days into that journey, they are at Mount Sinai and they receive the commandments, the 10 commandments, all of the commandments. And Jewish tradition always viewed that as a wedding, the receiving of the commandments between God and the Jewish people. You started on their journey. They started on their journey just as you have. And now you've come to this chuppah, which represents your Mount Sinai. Now, if you follow the rest of that story, it then took them many years to reach the promised land. It took them many years. But every year that they journeyed was a year that wedding between the Jewish people and God, and the significance of that wedding became more pronounced. Because every year, the Jewish people grew in their love for God. And so here we are at this chuppah Mount Sinai moment, and you're on a journey. You're on a journey together. And one thing we know about this journey is that it's not always been easy. Okay? That some of the times there were plans that were made and they had to be changed. Okay? But every time that there was a roadblock, your love that you have for one another overcame that roadblock. And the journey continued to this moment. And in so doing, you found love. You found that the love that you have for each other grew stronger. And you found a certain sense of meaning in that journey. Now, I can tell you that if I were really mystical, which I think sometimes, but if I were even more mystical than I am, I would say that there's a promised land that the two of you are going to reach. And one of the things, and I'm so confident of this, and I'm also confident that there will be more roadblocks, but I'm confident in the love that you have for each other. And I'm confident that in that promised land is going to be health, good health. And I'm actually confident, and here I'm probably being too mystical, that in that promised land, there's going to be a little girl who everyone is going to argue about whether or not she looks more like you or like Andy. And in that promised land, there's going to be a little boy. Everyone's going to say, gosh, that's Stephen's mini-me. Okay, no doubt, no doubt. But even if that's not the future, okay, even if that's not to be the future, I am confident that you will make it to the promised land. And you'll make it to your own version of the promised land because of what we were talking about with that circle. And because that the two of you were really blessed not only with love, but also with the presence of God in your relationship. So today, you are totally surrounded by the people who absolutely love you the most in the world. And that's an amazing thing. And these are the people that every time one of you falls down are going to be there to pick you up. And these are the people who are going to say, we love you, we support you, we bless you, and everything is going to be fine. And they're going to say that because of the incredible feelings they have for both of you. So you're getting married together today in a marriage that is truly blessed by God. In a marriage that really is recreating the story that we read 8 days ago of leaving Egypt, of now coming to this moment, this Sinai moment, and now of having a journey through what sometimes can seem like a desert, but is really going to be a journey to the promised land. And in that journey, you will be blessed always by the love that you have for one another and the love that God has for the two of you. Can you hear that song? May this be God's will, and let us all say, Amen. Amen. So we have 2 kiddushes. The first one is the kiddush of engagement, because technically in ancient times there were 2 ceremonies. They've been now for more than 1,000 years put into one. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'hirtir lanu et hanisuot v'hanisuim lanu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushim Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Amo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushim. Blessed are you, God, ruler of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and consecrates this marriage. We praise you, Adonai our God, who sanctifies our people Israel through kiddushim, the sacred rite of marriage at the chuppah. And now, Stephen, in the presence of God in this assembly, we ask you, do you, Stephen, take Ashley to be your wife, to love, honor, and to cherish?
I do.
And do you, Ashley, take Stephen to be your husband, to love, honor, and to cherish?
I do.
Ashley and Stephen, speak the words and exchange the rings that will make you husband and wife. And as you place the ring on the finger of the one you love, recite these words after me that will formally unite you in marriage. Stephen is first. No. He puts the ring on first.
Oh.
No, he puts the ring on Ashley.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Oh, that's, sorry.
Okay, Ashley was about to put that ring on you.
Forgot. Yeah.
I know this is a nervous moment.
No.
Okay, there you go. And repeat after me, Stephen. Hareat,
Harayat,
Mikudeshet li,
Mikudeshet li,
Batabatzu,
Bitabatzu,
Bitabatzu, Kedat,
Kedat,
Moshe,
Moshe,
Yisrael. You are consecrated to me
You are consecrated to me
with this ring
with this ring
as my wife,
as my wife,
in keeping with
in keeping with
the heritage of Moses in Israel.
the heritage of Moses and Israel.
Good job, Steve.
Hebrew's a little hard.
You did fine, you did
Always
fine.
was.
Okay.
Always was is right.
Repeat after me. Hare atah,
Hare atah,
mikudash,
mekudash,
li,
li,
bata'abat,
beta'abat,
zu,
zu,
kedat Moshe,
kedat Moshe,
v'Yisrael.
v'Yisrael.
Be consecrated to me
Be consecrated to me
with this ring
with this ring
as my husband,
as my
in
husband,
keeping with
in keeping with
the heritage of Moses in Israel.
the heritage of Moses and Israel.
Baruch atah Adonai, v'kadesh amo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushim. Now, we are going to the traditional 7 wedding blessings. I will chant them and then translate them into English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. bless you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shekol bara likvodav. Amen. We bless you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of all things for your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer ha'adam.
Amen.
Blessed are you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, creator of man and woman. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzomo, v'tzelem demutav nito, v'yitkino binyan, yitko mimenu binyan adayad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam. Amen. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who creates us to share with you in life's everlasting renewal. Sostasis vatagei al Tzion b'kavut zvanea v'letocha b'simcha baruch atah Adonai misameach Tzion b'vanecha. Amen. We bless you, Adonai, our God, who causes Zion to rejoice in her children's happy return. Sameach tsamach reim ahuvim kasamech echad yitzchak began eden mikedem baruch atah Adonai misameach katan v'kala. Amen. Bless you, Adonai, our God, who causes the bride and the groom to rejoice. May these loving companions rejoice as have your creatures since the days of creation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher baras asum v'simcha chatan v'kala, gila rina ditza v'chedva, ava v'achva shalom v'reu, v'era Adonai Eloheinu, yeshama b'harei Yehuda v'chutzot Yerushalayim, kol sasum v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, Kol mitzulot chatanim mechubatan unarim mimishtei ginatam. Baruch atah Adonai misameach chatan im ha'akala. Amen. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, creator of joy and gladness, bride and groom, love and kinship, peace and friendship. O God, may there always be heard in the cities of Israel and the streets of Jerusalem the sounds of joy, of happiness, the voice of the groom and the voice of the bride, the shouts of young people celebrating and the songs of children at play. Blessed are you, O God, who causes the bride and the groom to rejoice together. As you have shared wine from a single cup, so may you, under God's guidance, share contentment, peace, and fulfillment from the cup of life. May you find life's joys heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and each of its moments hallowed by true companionship and love. So now, what we're going to do, okay, is a little bit different, but there's been a lot that's a little bit different. Ceremony. What I really want to ask, because we're small, and this is like the people that love her the most, that love the two of them most. I want you to come up all around here, and if you can, put your hands on them, and if not, then put your hands on somebody who has their hands on them by extension. Okay, we'll stand up. Everybody here, stand up, but you sit. Okay, there's room in the back. Everybody come. We're going to bless them as a group. All right, so everybody by extension should have their hands on them. All right, and repeat after me. We'll do it both in. There you go.
Keep touching that then.
There you go.
Good job.
Repeat after me, first in Hebrew and then in English. Yivarechecha
Adonai,
Adonai Yishmerecha.
Yishmerecha.
God bless you.
God bless you.
And may God keep you.
And may God keep you.
Ya'er Adonai.
Ya'er Adonai.
Navelecha.
Navelecha.
Vikunecha.
Vikunecha.
May God always be with you.
May God always be with you.
And may God's light shine upon you.
May God's light shine upon you.
Sadonai.
Adonai.
Navelecha.
Navelecha.
V'yasem lecha.
V'yasem lecha.
Shalom.
Shalom.
May God's presence always be with you.
May God's presence always be with you.
And may you be blessed.
And may you be blessed
with joy.
with joy,
With happiness.
with happiness,
With meaning.
with meaning,
With health.
with health,
And with peace.
and with peace.
Amen. All right, now, this is really an incredible tradition.
Yes, it does.
Okay? You need what? No, you can stay here.
Okay, you want some more water?
Okay? So, this is a mezuzah one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a neat thing. This didn't happen back in the days when I got married. But there's a wonderful glass here that they're gonna break, and then. And this will be put in their mezuzah. It goes in their mezuzah. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it comes from Psalm 137, which 2,600 years ago said, "If I forget you, O Jerusalem, may my right hand wither and my tongue lose its ability to speak. If I don't remember you, O Jerusalem, in the times of my greatest joy." This was after the Babylonians had sacked Jerusalem in 586 BCE. And it said that we should never forget that very sad time, even at the happiest times, which is a time such as this. But more than that, for the past 2,600 years, this has always reminded us, at least the way I say it, that marriage is not a piece of cake. This is the toughest thing you're ever going to do in your life, okay? But it can also be the best thing, and it can also be the most meaningful. So, you are going to stand up for this thing, okay? And you're going to smash this, and then we're all going to yell out Mazel Tov, and then if she'll let you, you can kiss the bride. Okay?
Say, go Steven.
That's it?
You want to walk? Go
Actually, Steven.
ahead, walk with that.
Lead the way. Lead the way.